For all those who had Sega Saturn, they may have had a chance to play a very interesting game, Nights into Dreams. This retrospective will cover 3 games in the Night series. There are differences in the story from the Japanese version and the American one, so I'll stick to the American one for this review. Let's start from the beginning. In 1996, Nights was brought to America for the Saturn. Developed and published by Sega, the story revolves around 2 teens, Elliot and Claire's, who both entered the world of Nightopia through nightmares of their failures. Claire's with her stage fright, and Elliot's lost to older kids in the game of basketball. In the world of dreams, these 2 come across Nights, a Nightmarian who rebelled against his creator Wiseman and was trapped in Idea Palace. They are able to release Nights, and now the 3 of them must stop Wiseman to save both of their worlds. You have the choice of either Claire's or Elliot, and with the aid of Nights, you travel through 7 levels called Dreams, with each divided into 4 courses called Mares. You must collect 20 blue chips, deliver them to the Idea Capture, and return to the Idea Palace before time runs out. You're graded on your performance on how well you went through the mare, and after completing the final one, you go on to a boss fight to destroy one of Wiseman's Nightmarians. The graphics of this game are nice and colorful. The scenery is very nice and varies from dream to dream. They can take you to lush gardens, snowy hilltops, as well as many others. The characters are large and simplistically detailed. Now, not everything in these graphics are great. There are sometimes clipping issues with the ground, and they have aged a fair amount. The full motion videos are very well done. While this is not a 2D game, nor a 3D one, it's more like a 2.5D, where perspective changes throughout various mares. The music and sound is very good. Each stream has its own tune, as well as the boss battles. The quality of sound is a little degraded, but still enjoyable. The sound effects are mostly for ambiance and hardly annoying. This is one of the game's strongest points. The gameplay is one of the stronger parts of the game. As you control Nights, you can do a variety of airbag aerial stunts by pressing left or right trigger buttons. Pressing them at the same time is used as an air brake. A, B, and C are used to dash, which can be used to defeat enemies or increase your speed. Also, by completing a full circle, you can do a barrel roll! Well, more like a paraleap, which is a very useful ability for gathering chips and defeating enemies. You can also grab them by getting close, and some enemies can only be defeated with this technique. The bosses of this game are simple once you figure out the proper way of beating them, and they get progressively harder as the game goes on. You'll have to use your wits as well as your skills to defeat them. Well, this is the main entry of the series, and it takes something simple and gives it a little bit of extra fanciful atmosphere to create something very nice. But it's not completely perfect though, because sometimes you get disoriented in the larger levels, or if you hit the ceiling or the ground at a high angle. Also, if you're defeated in any of the mares or the boss battle, you must start over from the first mare of the dream. And there's only really 2 spoken lines of dialogue in the entire game, and it would be nice if I could hear more of it. And one last thing, the only way to get to some of the later stages is to get a C or higher, and if you don't do that, even if you defeat the boss, you still have to do the dream all over again. Even with that though, this is still a very solid and fun title. The pros: simple and fun gameplay, very nice music, and a nice update to a simple game concept. The cons: graphically, it has aged a bit, the music is not the greatest of quality, and losing has great consequences. Most of the replay is drawn from self-motivation. I give this game an 8 out of 10. This concludes the first game in this retrospective, and the next one only comes a mere 4 months later.